Blocking Moss.
Ooh,
Looks
running.
like he's short. About a half a yard shy. And now the decision, as Kevin O'Connell will call the timeout. DJ Wonnum makes the tackle. This would be a very long field goal attempt.
Yeah, he's short.
McLaughlin has hit a career-high 5 field goals today for Indy, including one from 52 yards out. That is definitely a yard shy.
Jeff Saturday, this is where the decision-making comes into play. You know, there's a lot of coaches that rely on analytics. They say, all right, at this point, 4th and 1, we're going to go for it. There's other coaches that will go the conservative route and say we'll go for the field goal.
Play of the day. Colts 7 for 16 on 4th down this year, but they're 5 of 6 in their last 2 games. Moss is the running back. Pittman in motion.
Trying to draw him off sides.
And there's the timeout. Will it alter the decision here? Jeff Saturday. You want to learn and see if you can be a head coach.
These are the moments,
opportunity, no doubt about it.
These are the moments that matter, and these are the moments that everybody will point to, right?
Looks like they've got their field goal operation practicing out there, but they're going to keep them on the sideline. Offense stays on the field. 4th and 1. Do the Vikings have one more stop in them? Ryan's going to look to get it himself.
Oh, wow.
And it will depend on the spot.
It really does depend on the spot.
The initial spot looks short.
They're going to have to measure this.
Putting your body on the line at 37 years old for the win.
Matty Ice said, give it to me.
Trying to use all of his 6'4" frame to get there.
Now take a look at this.
Oh, the ball, if you look at where the ball is on his hip, it's behind him. Let's see.
Well, it depends when the whistle was blown.
Yep. He needed to get to the 35.
Because for majority of that play, that ball did not pass the first down marker.
Nope. And right now, it's just barely before the 35. This is going to be an interesting chain reaction, some might say.
I don't think they got it.
Let's take a look here. They did it! Vikings with a stand! The red flag's on the field already.
I believe that was a fair call. Credit to that defensive front for the Vikings, collapsing right there, knowing that a QB sneak was coming. I don't mind the challenge.
Well, Indianapolis has the timeouts to burn regardless here, so the challenge makes sense. Mike, what did you see on this play? Matt Ryan just trying everything in his being to get there.
I think the key here is that they ruled forward progress before that lunge, that second lunge.
Yep.
So therefore, since they ruled that, then they're not going to change this because that's the spot that was ruled. So again, you can't add on that second lunge.
That sounds about right, Mike.
Right there, yep. And so this goes back to the other fumble that the Vikings thought they recovered. That forward progress rolled down. Michael Pittman was fighting for the extra yards.
Right.
They stop him. Similar deal here. It just might work out for the purple and gold and give them one final chance. No timeouts, but 2-minute warning, 2:19 on the clock. It's a lot of time for an offense with as many weapons as the Vikings have at their disposal. Jeff Saturday decided to put the ball in the hands of his veteran quarterback who had been dealing with a shoulder injury for the majority of this season. So the bye week really helped him with that. He felt healthy coming into the game. But you've got a power back in Zach Moss.
Yeah.
You've seen Deion Jackson make some big plays as well. Michael Pittman coming around the edge has had a couple of runs. But Ryan believed, and we've seen him do it time and time again in his career. Just looks like he came up a half-yard shy on this attempt.
Yeah, and I know that every decision that Jeff Saturday makes will be heavily criticized, especially in moments like this, situational football. But I don't mind that call at all. Put it in the hands of your QB sneak. Let's just give credit to that Vikings defense.
For the way that they have bounced back in the second half, no doubt about it. And if the Vikings can find their way through and somehow find their way to a victory, it would be the largest comeback in NFL history. Looks like they have come up with a decision. Here it is.
After review, we're ruling on the field that the runner's progress was stopped short of the line of game stands.
Vikings football.
So you're saying there's a chance. There's a chance. All right, 2:19 left on the 35, Kirk Cousins. Let's see what you got. Show me what you're working with.
Coming up after the game, game day final Mercedes-Benz postgame. All the highlights and analysis from this one, previewing the next two games we've got here on NFL Network. So 2:28 on the clock, no timeouts remaining. They're going to set up the screen with Dalvin Cook and let him chew up the yards. Dalvin Cook, there he goes. Dalvin Cook is going to be caught up with blockers inside the 5. Touchdown! 64 yards! Magic in Minneapolis!
This game is bananas. Give it to your playmakers. Let them do their job. The chef, Dalvin Cook, cooking up another touchdown.
Now here comes the important part. Need the 2-point conversion.
All right, Kevin O'Connell, Wes Phillips, the offensive minds. What are you dialing up?
They put Madison in the game after the long touchdown. Jefferson in motion. Cousins lets it go.
Oh!
T.J. Hockenson, we are tied.
I like the play call. You have a bunch formation to the left. You put Justin Jefferson in motion. There isn't a defender that travels with him, so right there you know that it's zone. And if it is zone, you find the pocket. T.J. Hockenson right over the middle. Kirk Cousins drops a dime. Now check it out. Just a screen. Simple screen, but not a simple play. Dalvin Cook takes it up the middle. Decides to cut to the left at the last minute. And then fights his way in after getting hit at the 3-yard line. Listen, he was just seeing the defenders as obstacles. His eyes were on the end zone. The trust in your superstars. In the booth, going crazy. Kirk Cousins sitting in the pocket, right in the numbers. How about that for accuracy? Hit him right in between the 8 and the 7. As an old coach used to tell me, if it was an arrow, it would have killed him. That's how accurate that ball was.
Greg Joseph sends it away. In the last 2 fourth quarters, the Colts have given up a combined 55 points. Another good return, though, from Flowers. And so one final gasp here for Indianapolis. This would be the largest comeback in. Coming up next, the Saturday triple header continues as the Ravens take on the Browns, followed by a huge AFC East clash in prime time. Dolphins face the Bills. The Saturday triple header continues next only on NFL Network and stream on mobile with NFL Plus. That second game between the Browns and the Ravens has been moved to 4:40 Eastern. If you're in a local market, you will get it. We'll take you there at the conclusion of this one on NFL Network. This is a 2nd down and 18 for Matt Ryan, who will look to throw
Nice ball.
and will come out of bounds. Kylen Granson, and he will stop the clock here as Harrison Smith shoves him. 1:55, but a stop again for Minnesota, and things could get dicey. And now a timeout. Injured player, it's Patrick Peterson.
Ooh.
Good to see him quickly up on his feet.
I wonder if that's just cramps. At least he's walking off the field. It's a good sign. Good ball by Matt Ryan. Dropping a dime on the sideline. Kylen Granson. That's what I like to see, pushing the ball downfield a little bit more. You don't want to be so conservative and try to throw just intermediate routes. You have to threaten this defense.
3rd and 5. Ryan. Pittman. Short.
Shelley. Duke Shelley coming up and chopping down the big receiver, Pittman. And here it is. You have a simple underneath route. And you would think as soon as he catches it, he would have a shot, but Duke Shelley.
Offense stays on the field. 1:25 to play. Colts do have a timeout left here. Movement up front. Bernard Raymond.
I'm not sure what they were trying to do there. You know, of course, draw them off sides. Maybe that was the plan. But either way, it looks like they were going to have to punt the ball.
And that's what's going to happen now. Another penalty down. Let's see if this is going to go after the play on the Vikings. Nope. They'll just leave the flag on the field altogether.
Let's go pick up that laundry over there. There you go. He got it. Jalen Reagor, punt returner, has had his moments, ups and downs during this game. Has a chance to be the hero if they give him an opportunity to.
High booming punt. And he lets it bounce all the way back. Nice Indianapolis bounce to the 26. But 1:10. That is an eternity for an offense that just scored from 60-plus yards out on a screen pass to Dalvin Cook on their last drive on the first play. A 64-yard touchdown, the longest reception of his career. 6 game-winning drives, the most in the NFL this season from Kirk Cousins. He has been a master in the fourth quarter. They are a perfect 9-0 in one-score games, and they're trying to get their 11th win and clinch the NFC North in the final 1:10 here at US Bank Stadium.
The last few drives, we've seen every single playmaker on this offense touch the ball.
Cousins lofts it. A lot of contact, and no flag comes in. Hockenson got put to the deck by McLeod, and the crowd expecting the laundry back on the field won't get it.
To me, it looked like some incidental contact, almost like Hockenson slipped. Just a touch. You know, they banged into each other. Some hands were extended, but I'm okay with the no flag. That's a good no call in my opinion.
Doesn't kill you on the incompletion. Clock stops at 1:05. 364 yards, 4 touchdowns, the 2 interceptions from Cousins. 1 pick six was right in this area of the field. Cousins feeling the pressure, got it back to Hockenson, but along the middle of the field, it's going to be short of the first down. 3rd and short upcoming as Okereke gets him down.
3rd and 2.
Cousins poised, settling his team down. Do you look for Thielen? Cousins in trouble, gets away. He's going to be short again. 4th and 1 upcoming. Dayo Odeyingbo is having himself a day.
Again, tracks down Kirk Cousins. As Cousins thinks he has a little bit of space, he's thinking it's 3rd and 2. I can get this first down. Odeyingbo. That's why you keep playing. Tracking down the QB. Big time play.
Colts called a timeout, but they let precious seconds tick off that clock before they did. All the way down now to 22 seconds to play. It feels like this game is going to come all the way down potentially to overtime. And we'll see what the Vikings can do. Maybe Matt Ryan has one final prayer, would be on the wrong end of if the Colts fully give this up and the Vikings find a way to win. The largest comeback in NFL regular season, postseason history, and the largest Super Bowl comeback in NFL history after surrendering the 28-3 advantage. Today it was 33-0 at halftime as Ryan Wright will punt it away. Dallas Flowers has had a couple of big returns today, and Wright gets a good one off. It's going to bounce perfectly inside the 5 and down at the 1 by Speedy Naylor.
Oh, baby.
Flex on him. 64-yard punt. Can't do it better than that. And now a danger zone for the Colts.
You're right about that. Completely backed up. But just enough room for them to take a knee and send this game into overtime. Let's just make sure we secure the snap, get the knee down.
Ryan gets up to the line, gets it down right away, and we will have bonus football in Minneapolis.
How about this? A game that started as a blowout is now one of the best games of the season. And here's the key plays. This is how we got here. You got Dalvin Cook on a screenplay. You think he's only going to get a few yards. No. Breaks up the middle, cuts left, and watch. He's going to get hit around the 3-yard line, fights his way in for the TD, but they still needed a 2-point conversion. Kirk Cousins sticks in the pocket and drops a dime off to TJ Hockenson. And that's why they got him here as a Viking.
Kevin O'Connell still got that player in him. Played quarterback in the league for several years. He understands the emotion, the ebbs and flows of a game, the roller coaster ride. Dalvin Cook. Kirk Cousins said it. That's a guy I'm going to be telling my kids about playing with for years. Against the Bills, Vikings down 17 in the second half. They rally. Dalvin Cook started off with an 81-yard touchdown run. Justin Jefferson with one of the best catches in the history of football on 4th and 18 on the final drive of regulation. Then a fumble recovery in the end zone. But Buffalo would tie it up in regulation, sent it to overtime where Greg Joseph hit the eventual game-winning 33-yard field goal with 3:42 left in OT. Now they get the ball first after trailing 33-0 at halftime of this game against Indianapolis, trying to punch their ticket as their division winner.
He's bringing it out.
Nwangu will do exactly that. Stumbles and doesn't even get back to the 20. Good coverage on the kick from Indianapolis. EJ Speed wraps him up, but Kirk Cousins, who has come alive in the second half, knocking on the door of another 400-yard game, has 4 touchdown passes and looking to orchestrate what would be the largest comeback in the history of the league.
You know, for this Colts defense, this second half, they have struggled to stop this explosive offense for the Vikings. But if they can get a stop and the Colts walk away with a win, it's a big victory for Indianapolis. On the flip side, what a second half for the Vikings. They go down and score right here. They'll have a lot of confidence moving forward.
Dalvin Cook gets a couple of yards. For those of you in Baltimore and Cleveland who wish to watch the Ravens and the Browns game, you could tune into WBAL NBC in Baltimore and WEWS ABC in Cleveland for all the action. We'll get you out there at the conclusion of this one as the Vikings look to do the impossible.
No doubt about it. And NFL Network do the right thing and get us that sound at halftime for the Vikings, because whatever Kevin O'Connell said to his squad, it absolutely worked.
2nd and 8. Cousins dials it up. Incomplete. He was looking for Jefferson, and then a late flag comes into the backfield. DeForest Buckner got to Cousins, and this could be moving forward.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 99. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Let's take a look right here. Yeah, a little helmet to helmet. They're going to call that every time.
We talked about it. Cousins, the most hit quarterback in the NFL this season.
Yo, and speaking of that, Noah, that's one part of his game I don't believe he gets credit for.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is tough.
He is.
You know, forget the dad jokes and, you know, him wearing the chains on the planes. He will sit in that pocket and take a shot.
Sets up a fresh set of downs across the 30. Play action. Cousins back to Cook. And he is tripped up at the 38. Okereke gets him down. Don't need the home run shot anymore. Got that with the screen pass. Cook took 64 yards to the house.
For sure.
They've had a couple of big ones. They had one wiped off that then Osborne got back with a 63-yard catch that really ignited this offense. That
really
was the first play that got the ball rolling.
KJ ignited this offense just in general today. You know, it's tough to get Justin Jefferson going early on. He picked it up in the second half as expected.
And they're going to go back to Osborne here on the screen. He squeezes through and gets to midfield.
I mean, what a coming out party. So KJ Osborne has always been a really good wide receiver.
And he's down.
He's down.
9 catches, 141 yards in the touchdown.
He's grabbing at his calves, which I take as a sign of cramping. I'm no doctor, but
You've been there before.
yeah. Well, especially a game like this.
Yeah.
You know, it lasts a little longer than expected. Hopefully, that's all it is. Look at this day, though. 9 receptions, 141 yards. And it seems like every play was a big play. And he had that long catch, what I thought was an amazing diving catch, called back. This is the type of production you expect from any receiver on this team that isn't Justin Jefferson. I know what it's like to play Robin to somebody else's Batman, as we see KJ get up and walk off. Great sign for him. You know, people often ask, you know, do you want more targets? What is it like to play with a dominant wide receiver? I played with Calvin Johnson. I played with Randy Moss. It was great.
It made your life easy, right?
Of course. If I'm looking at you and you have a cornerback and a safety over the top, and I'm going up against one dude, man, I feel like I have a great chance of winning. And you see that when Thielen's out there running up against one-on-one coverage. KJ Osborne, TJ Hawkins. Justin Jefferson demands attention.
First down at midfield. Fake it to Cook.
Wide
Swing
open.
it to the outside. Johnny Mundt, another tight end, making a big play for the Vikings offense.
Isaiah Rodgers comes down, makes the play. I like this, though. You know, a little play action. Linebackers got their eyes in the backfield. Slip release by the tight end.
If Kirk Cousins, can get 3 more yards, it would be his 8th career game with 400. And he did it last week. Had 425 in the loss to Detroit. 2nd and 3. Cook with the room and the first down. Grover Stewart stops him in his tracks. But this drive continues to roll.
Little downhill running for this Vikings offense. Now they can call what they want. Really very comfortable position for Kevin O'Connell. You can dial up the intermediate routes. You can take a shot if you want. Throw it to your playmaker, Justin Jefferson, or stay on the ground with Dalvin Cook.
Fake it to Cook. Step up. Cousins can't get away. Kwity Paye with a quick burst to the QB. Greg Joseph, season and career long, as well as a Minnesota Vikings tied record. 56-yarder came in week 1 this year. Right now, just outside that range. But the Vikings are thinking win. Touchdown. Osborne back in there. Second and long. Cousins. Oh, batted down. Right at the line of scrimmage. Looked like Buckner was the one to get a hand on it. And it'll set up 3rd and 14.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to find Justin Jefferson over the middle of the field. We'll see him run a dig route. He would have had him. But, you know, I always look at defensive linemen. You have to expect, if they don't get to the quarterback, get your hands up, especially as tall and athletic as you are. One, you make it difficult for the QB to throw it, but also get your hands on it like that.
Play clock down to 2. Cousins on 3rd and 14. Over the middle, Hockenson, flag is down. Hockenson makes the catch, and they'll move him forward to the 38. Well short of a first down. Looked like this could be a hold going the other way as well. Figure that the Colts will accept that, knocking them further out of field goal range if that's the case.
Well, Dangbo was signaling that he was being held. We'll see what this call is.
Holding. Offense, number 72. 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Ezra Cleveland called for it. Christian Darrisaw has been on the knee since the end of that last play. And just gets up and
there it is,
hobbles.
Right there. Ref's going to call that every time.
And Darrisaw is down on the field. This is potentially a lethal blow to this offense. We heard what Tom reported ahead of the game, that Kevin O'Connell believes that Christian Darrisaw, the left tackle, who has blossomed into a star at his position, is as impactful as somebody like Justin Jefferson. And you could see it even today. Some of the lanes that he created, some of the blocks. He's missed the last 3 games because of a concussion. And this could be monumental.
He's up. The big fella's walking off the field. Physical game like this lasts a little longer than expected. That body, it starts to scream at you, and it's tough to ignore it.
Feels like just about everybody in this building knows where Kirk Cousins wants this ball to go.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But hey, we've seen it before, right?
That we have. 4th and 18 against Buffalo, and Justin Jefferson cooked up a miracle.
I was talking to Justin. He said before that play, Kirk said, I don't care if you got double coverage, I'm coming to you.
This time it's 3rd and 24. Cousins underneath. Hockenson is going to get back to the 40. And that could set up a long field goal for Joseph. Zaire Franklin adds another tackle, or could keep the offense on the field and give them a little bit more space to work with on a 4th and manageable. And they will go field goal. Or will they?
Oh.
Greg
no,
Joseph.
They're punting it.
No, they are going to punt it deep. Wow.
Joseph was ready.
So Ryan Wright is going to send it away. Remember, they try to fake
He's going to try
punt.
to coffin corner this, pin them down.
And this will not be a fake. This will be a high delivery. Fair catch called for and made just in front of the 10 by Dallas Flowers. So 4:50 to work with. The Colts now with a chance to go the other way and win the game with a score.
All right. Matty Ice has been in this position before.
Indianapolis led this game 33-0 at halftime. It was 36-7 in the 3rd quarter. But Minnesota with 22 fourth quarter points, scored 29 unanswered, got this game into OT. Now can the Colts salvage it? Zach Moss is in there on 1st down and bursts forward across the 15. Another mean run from the 3rd-year pro to Utah.
Tough running. And here's the simplification of the run game that Jeff Saturday has talked about. You know, I wanted to come in and make it simple for my offensive line, easy for my running backs to see exactly where the hole is. And you don't need to panic. You got enough time. Matriculate the ball down the field. Don't force the issue. Matt Ryan has to protect the ball. Good decisions.
Ryan, tough one caught by Pittman. He had been quiet for most of the second half, but moves the chains as Peterson comes up to make the play and ends up on the ground again.
Uh-oh.
He appears to be okay. I already saw him down late in this game.
Ooh, that ball was tipped. Pittman still came down with it. Tipped by Jordan Hicks. Great concentration by Michael Pittman.
So it moves the chains. Peterson will slowly make his way towards the Vikings sideline. But you said it. Key here, protect the football. And Matt Ryan has been unblemished so far today. Hasn't thrown an interception. He personally hasn't fumbled the football. Only the one fumble from Deion Jackson that the Vikings thought they had for 6. Ryan on first down. Steps up, goes down. Oh, football comes out, and it's hopped on by Alec Pierce.
I think he pitched that ball forward. Get it out of his hands. Try to save some yardage on that. What would have been a sack.
That's an important designation because that would have stopped the clock as an incomplete pass as opposed to a fumble. Oh, that's a fumble.
Wow. How about that?
The awareness from Pierce saves the Colts. 2nd and 10. And now they'll take a look at it. Double check to make sure it was 100% what we think. So, should it stand as we believe it will,
right?
It'll still be 2nd and 10. It's just the clock will have moved the way it did, down to 3:10 to play. Both teams with their 2 overtime timeouts. The next score will win this game. Take another look at it. It gets jarred loose right there, and then he pushes it forward.
Yeah, it looks like a fumble to me. Yeah. I don't know if that last little push counts as a pass, but that ball popped out.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. 2nd down.
Yeah, quick review. So you go back to this Colts offense. Jeff Saturday has believed in Parks Frazier. Has taken over play calling duties under Saturday, just 31 years old. When this game comes to its conclusion, we will get you to Cleveland and Baltimore. No score early in that one, about midway through the first. Ryan on 2nd and long. Oh, incomplete. What a play.
Duke Shelley coming downhill.
And he rewarded by his teammates.
He has been playing well. Just sniffing out the plays, knowing exactly where the ball is, and watch how he breaks on this ball. Under route. He's seen it time and time again. After a while, your guesstimations pay off. He's leaning on the tendencies that he sees from the Colts offense and wide receivers and making a play.
3rd and 9. Ryan delivers. Pittman stretches out, and he may have gotten it.
He got the first down.
How about that? The extra effort from Michael Pittman to move the sticks.
Using that length there at the end. Just a simple drive route. Takes a hit, and watch this. Stretch Armstrong getting the first down.
That's well done. Pittman with 9 catches on the day. Keeps the drive alive for Indianapolis. Moss tripped up in the backfield. He gets forward on the dive for a yard. Harrison Phillips gets to him first. At what point do you start using your timeouts if you're Minnesota?
Yeah, you have to start paying attention to the clock and understanding the situation.
We'll head down to 2 minutes. Vikings looking to claim the division Colts trying to stay alive in the playoff picture. Vikings trying to keep pace for that number 2 seed in the NFC. Right now, just barely holding off the San Francisco 49ers, who got a big win on Thursday to claim the NFC West. For Indianapolis, Matt Ryan talked about it. He said, after the year I've had here in Indy, I know one thing's for sure. Anything is possible at this point. He has seen everything this year, the adversity that he's had to face, the different lineups he's gone through, getting benched at one point during the season, and yet here he is, all through the smoke, with a chance to still lead his team to a win in overtime.
Yeah, in these circumstances, these are the moments where the big-time players make big-time plays. But it's tougher than you think. As you're watching this game, I want you to imagine how fatigued these players might be. Just think about your toughest workout, whether it's at your local gym, you're going for a hike or a run, and you are at your most exhausted. Imagine then somebody extending your workout. That's what overtime is. So we say the game is physical, but at this point, these moments, it is more mental. These guys are tired. But you have to ignore what your body is telling you and stay focused and try to make a big play.
Let's see what the 37-year-old Matt Ryan has. He gets it and swings it right to Pittman, who is devoured once again at the line of scrimmage. May have lost a yard and sets up 3rd and long.
They keep going back to that quick screen. Hasn't necessarily worked for them. I would have loved for at some point the Colts to run a fake screen to the outside, block and slip by the inside receiver up the sideline. Because the Vikings, every time they see that quick screen action, they are coming downhill, which means there's opportunity over the top. Maybe they'll add that into their playbook at some point.
So the Vikings take the timeout with 1:53 remaining. If they can get this stop, they've got 1 timeout left and a chance to march down the field and get a game winner. Zach Moss stays in there. Ryan poised his effort. 3rd and 9.
They bring the blitz.
Ryan feels it, hit as he's thrown. Oh, nearly intercepted. Vikings got a beat to the football. Cameron Bynum thought he could have a diving attempt as Danielle Hunter hits Ryan as he released it.
And that's exactly what the Vikings wanted, to bring pressure, bring the blitz, get that ball out of his hand a little sooner than expected. Now the Vikings have a chance. Jalen Reagor, punt returner.
A moment to shine for a man who will be the first to tell you that he made a critical mistake earlier in the game. Punt away from Hawk. Line drive. Reagor will let it bounce. And it takes a Minnesota bounce, but still shy of the 20. So, 1:41 to play. 1 timeout left. All you've got to do is get into field goal range. If this ended in a tie, Indianapolis would be the first team in NFL history to have 2 ties in a season. That's the type of wacky we're at now in this game. If the Vikings find a way to get a win here, it would be the largest comeback in NFL history. Either way, we feel like we're seeing history right now, and we are ecstatic to be bringing it to you here on NFL Network.
No doubt about it. Now let's just keep it real. This game started off a little shaky, to say the least. But the Vikings came out in the second half, and they have battled up until this point. Let's see if they can finish this game.
Delay handoff to Cook. The stutter step move. Oh, it felt like if he broke one more, he could have taken that one maybe all the way to the house, but Hay does get to him.
You saw that like I saw that. All he needs is a little crease.
Cook nearing 100.
17 rushes, 95 yards, but we also saw that pass play, which is a quick screen that he took to the house.
He's got 95 yards through the air as well. Cousins. First down. Osborne.
KJ
has been a superstar today, fighting for those extra yardage.
KJ has been making play after play, but the clock is ticking.
Minnesota's going to try to save that timeout for a potential field goal attempt. Cousins lets it fly. It's caught. Adam Thielen, Mr. Consistency. No timeout taken. 35 seconds left.
They want a little bit more. Pay attention to how long it takes for the Vikings to get lined up, get the snap off.
Cousins.
Every second matters.
A little low. Was that brought in? No, actually, it might have been a better thing as Hawkinson went down to go and try to get him. Thielen was streaking.
Yeah, no doubt.
So this is most certainly incomplete. You take the look here. Bounces low.
Thielen was wide open, streaking like Will Ferrell in Old School. But Kirk Cousins was trying to get that ball outside, close to the sideline, skipped it a little bit.
And this is Darrisaw down again. So he tried to tough it out after getting hurt on the last possession. And now Olisamika. Taking it. Let me go for that again. Olisamika Udo is going to come back in. Got it. Took it
well
a second
done, partner.
time. Yeah, no,
well
thank
done.
you. A little sidestep, a little deuce.
Yeah.
So Darrisaw will go to the sideline, and we'll see if Greg Joseph will get his chance. Vikings had to burn that timeout on the injury. So no timeouts, 19 seconds remaining. Career long for Joseph is 56. Right now it'd be about 57, 58 yards, which would be a Minnesota franchise record.
Right.
But that would make sense.
For sure. In a game like this, wouldn't expect anything else. Now if the ball is completed, inbounds, they are going to have to
and it is
get to the ball.
It's Jefferson getting the extra
Get on the
yards.
ball.
15 seconds left.
Clock it.
Got to get there quickly. Jefferson
Defenders
being
trying
held up.
to lay on Justin Jefferson, which is strategy.
8 seconds left. Getting there. Flag comes
Get the
down
ball.
and stops the clock here, or will it? They're going to have to stop it as it will tick all the way down to 1.
What the defense was doing was laying on top of Justin Jefferson, which is what you're taught by your defensive coaches, but you have to make it look natural. You can't pile on and then wrap him up and try to gator roll him as he's trying to get up and get to the line of scrimmage. You got to play it off.
Look at that. Justin Jefferson. Another monster game. He is nearing in on the Randy Moss single-season franchise receiving record. Now just 10 yards away.
The last game,
Yep.
defense, number 59.
Yep.
5-yard penalty. 3% of the game clock and 7 seconds on the clock.
And so Dennybu, who had the blocked punt, take the look here.
Now check it out. Justin Jefferson, he's trying to get up, and you see him basically being tackled. And then once Hawkinson gets the ball, he's being held. So, of course, you're going to throw a flag for delayed game.
So give them plenty of time to get Greg Joseph out there for a game-winning 40-yard attempt.
All right.
Joseph will line it up. And a timeout. Ice the kicker. So Greg Joseph has done it time and time again this season. 3 game-winning field goals. First one came week 4 at the Saints, 47-yarder with 24 seconds left. Second one week 9 at the Commanders, a 28-yarder with 12 seconds left. And then that famed week 10 game against the Bills, a 33-yarder in 33-30. This one feels a little different. Significant for many reasons. Let's start with the top of it. It would clinch the division for the Vikings.
No doubt.
But second, it would create a new benchmark. Largest comeback in NFL history.
Let's see if Greg Joseph has ice in his veins once again.
Greg Joseph for the NFC North. And the kick
It's good.
is good. It's a winner at US Bank Stadium. And the Vikings are kings in the North once again.
Greg Joseph, as cold as the weather in Minnesota. See money, straight cash.
Largest comeback in NFL history. 33-0 at halftime. And magic happens on a Saturday.
The Minnesota Vikings with the second half for the ages.
Final score here in Minneapolis. The Vikings 39, the Colts 36. First time they clinched the NFC North since 2017. Time now for game 2 of our triple-header as we send you out to Baltimore and Cleveland. Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner on the call, but it's going to be tough to top this one. The Vikings clinch the North with the largest comeback in NFL history.